You now back in the running for a division. Take a look now at these records in the NFC East. The only reason the Eagles sit atop the division is thanks to their Week 3 tie against the Bengals. Stephen A., tell me this. What defines success for Dallas this season?
You know, I'm not going to pull a Max here, but, you know, I'll throw out the answer to that question by saying they could win a playoff game or whatever, you know, whatever. I don't care. I got something else on my mind that I want to say. People think I'm joking when I say I have nothing against the Cowboys. It's their fans I absolutely despise. I can't stand these people. They make me sick. There's nothing worse than a Cowboy fan. Absolutely, positively nothing. Let's put this in its proper perspective. They are 3-7 as of yesterday, last night. Their last win was October 11th. They went 1 month and 11 days without winning a damn game. They had a 2-7 record walking into yesterday. They have the worst defense in football. Their 2-7 record only has them relevant because they are playing in the worst division in the history of the National Football League. And yesterday at 7 p.m., I get a call, y'all. My boy Mark Turner lives in New Jersey. My teammate at Winston-Salem State University. I love him like a brother. That's my man. Do you know during football season, we don't talk? I refuse to return his calls. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to see him. I love him. I love his family. I won't talk to none of them. Do you know why, Ryan? Do you know why, Max and Molly? Yesterday at 7:15, at 7:15, I got a call from Mark Turner. Mark Turner with his trifling no good self, even though he's my boy. And what does he say? We're going to win a division. And guess what? We're going to the playoffs and we got a shot at the Super Bowl. Now you would think with that stench that would put skunks to shame. Okay, that's how much the Dallas Cowboys have stunk this year. With Dak Prescott getting hurt, with Andy Dalton going down, but chewing out his offensive lineman going. Andy Dalton, the modern day Richie Cunningham from the Happy Days, was going off on his offensive lineman because of how awful they was. And then they got some dude named Ben DiNucci as a starting quarterback. And then after that, some rookie named Garrett Gilbert or making his first start. You would think with all of that going on, that you would have the decency to shut the hell up. No, not Cowboy fans. No, not them. Now they got a chance because the Eagles are stinking up the joint, because the Washington football team doesn't even have, they're so bad they don't even have a name. Okay, they don't have a name. All right, they're the Washington football team. They didn't even put DC next to them. We don't know if it's Washington as in Pacific Northwest or DC, for crying out loud. And then of course the Giants.
True.
Joe Judge is doing a great job and the future is bright, but they're not there this year. This is what we have to deal with when it comes to Cowboy fans. So to answer the question directly, what's going to define success for them is winning the division, having a home playoff game, and being able to stay relevant past Christmas by default, because they are in the worst division in NFL history. But they don't care. They don't care about the truth. All they care about is they get to say, how about them Cowboys? I despise them. No, I can't stand a Cowboy fan. They make me
What was the
sick.
question?
Now go ahead and talk. I'm just done. Go ahead and
I'm going to be real quick, Ryan. Ryan, I'll be real quick. Success for the Dallas Cowboys is 6 wins, which very likely will win the division. And when I look at their schedule, they got Cincinnati, they got Washington, they got the Giants and the Eagles. Can they win 3 of those games? Because you just saw they could actually also beat a good team. It's the NFL any given Sunday. They also have the Niners without Garoppolo. And by the way, now the Bengals don't have Joe Burrow. You look at their schedule. If they have 3 more wins, those 6 should win the division, especially without Dak Prescott. Remember, with Dak, they only had 8 wins last year. You play most of the season without Dak and wind up with 6. And don't forget, last year they missed the playoffs. They make it this year. That's a successful season, guys. It just is, Ryan.
No, I 100% agree. If this team makes it to the playoffs, it's a success. And it's not even about Dak Prescott. It's about Mike McCarthy and this coaching staff being able to say they turned this thing around. Being able to say, you know what, we didn't start out right. We didn't have an offseason. We didn't have a training camp. But look what we did. Look how we are moving forward. And we can re-sign Dak Prescott in the offseason and become even better. We are already the best team in the NFC East. As you see, we made it to the playoffs without Dak, and look what we add. So if this team does make it to the playoffs, if they find ways to win games, and oh my goodness, I want them to win a playoff game. Not because I want Dallas to win, because I want to see Stephen A's head explode on this show. I would love that. Here's the one thing I appreciate about, what's your boy name, Steve? Stephen A? Mark? The one thing I appreciate him, Mark Turner supports his team no matter what. If Mark Turner was on this show to talk about the Dallas Cowboys, he would feel good about them. He would say good things. He wouldn't always cower and hope that they don't go undefeated and say that they're overrated. So you should take a page out of
that's a low blow.
And support your team the way that Mark supports his team. Just saying. What if his team was 10-0?
That is a low blow.
Like
you of all people, can sit up there and say that the way you were hiding. You were AWOL hiding from the Pittsburgh Steelers. The only time you showed up to support the Pittsburgh Steelers is when you went to their practice facility in Latrobe, Pennsylvania to interview Mike Tomlin. That's it. Other than that, your behind wasn't supporting them. I don't want to hear that crap. That's number one. Number two, I told you, I couldn't find Mark. We couldn't find Mark for the previous month. Mark was hiding. You understand what I'm saying? And let me tell you how pathetic it was. Do you know what you know what my boy Mark Turner did, Max? Ryan, do you know what he did? Are you ready for this, Molly? He blamed his wife. He said the wife had me busy.
Wow.
That's why y'all can't find me.
That's
he
low.
His wife. I mean, he's
bad, Mark.
He's pathetic. He's sorry. He's sorry. Just like all of those disgusting North-hating Cowboy fans throughout the United States of America. They're horrible. And this is exactly why they deserve the misery that has been inflicted upon them for the last quarter century. They ain't worth a damn. Them Cowboy fans make me sick. And they will fall. But unfortunately, you got like 4 of your next 6 games. You got to go against the Washington team, the Eagles, the Giants, and all of this other stuff. You got this San Francisco without Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh my goodness,
and George Kittle. I mean, they are sorry.